So in that exercise, the question is like this: prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of diameter of a circle are parallel. Say let us take a circle. So with the center O, a circle with the center O, the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter, and you can take one diameter now. So let us call this as AB is a diameter. Tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter. So you can draw two tangents to this circle. Then another one through the point B. So you will call this as PQ and RS are the two tangents drawn at the end points of the diameter. So let us write what is given now. Given, see we have taken two tangents PQ and RS. PQ and RS are two tangents drawn at the ends end points of diameter AB. So look at this, AB is the diameter. At the end of this end points of this diameter A and B, we have drawn two tangents. So they are touching at the points A and B. Okay, we have drawn two tangents. So we have to show that they are parallel. We need to prove that. So we have to prove that these two tangents are parallel. So let us write what we need to prove here. So we have to show that PQ parallel to RS. So let us go to the proof now. Now since AB is the diameter, OA must be radius. As AB is diameter, so that means OA is the radius, and OA is radius means PQ is the tangent drawn at the point of contact. PQ is a, OA is the radius and PQ is the tangent at A. So PQ is tangent at A. So by theorem 10.1, you can write that OA must be perpendicular to PQ. Radius drawn through the point of contact must be perpendicular. So that means if this is perpendicular, means this angle and this angle will be 90 degree. I can write angle OAP is equal to angle OAQ. Both are equal to 90 degree. So you can call this as 1. We proved that these two angles measures 90 degree. The same way OP, see RS is tangent at B. See RS is tangent at B and OB is the radius. So you can write, so OB is radius. OB is the radius. So again by theorem 10.1, you can write by theorem 10.1, OB will be perpendicular to RS. So OB is perpendicular to RS means, what you can conclude, OB is perpendicular to RS means angle OPR is equal to OPS, both are equal to 90 degree. Angle OPR is equal to, so you can write angle OPR is equal to angle OPS, both are equal to 90 degree. So this is the second one. So now from 1 and 2, you know that you can compare this one from 1 and 2. See, this is also 90 degree, this is also 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. All the four angles are equal to 90 degree. Now I can write angle OAP is equal to OBS. They are alternate angles. From 1 and 2 I can write angle OAP is equal to angle OBS. But these two are alternate angles. Alternate interior angles. As AB is the diameter, they are alternate interior angles. Therefore, PQ must be parallel to RS. See, look at this diagram once again. We proved that OA is perpendicular to PQ because radius drawn through the point of contact is perpendicular. Again, OB is perpendicular to RS. This is also radius drawn through the point of contact. As AB is the diameter, you write these two angles. This angle is equal to this angle because all the four angles are equal to 90 degree. So this and these are alternate interior angles. When you look at the diagram, since this is the diameter, these two alternate interior angles are equal because both are equal to 90 degree. You can conclude PQ is parallel to RS. Fifth question. Prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. So you can draw a circle here. So let us take this as a circle with the center O. This is a circle with center O. And let us draw one tangent here. So you can call this as XY is a tangent at the point P. XY is a tangent at the point P. O is the center of the circle. You can draw this is center of the circle. So now given, with reference to this data and diagram, you can write what is given. Given, see now XY is a tangent. XY is a tangent to a circle with the center O. Tangent to a circle with the center O at P. So that is point of contact P. Okay, this is a tangent to a circle with the center O at point P. Perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent, that means point of contact is P, tangent is XY, that perpendicular passes through the center of the circle. We need to show that, to prove that perpendicular at P passes through O. We have to show that the perpendicular drawn at P passes through the center. So let us go to the proof now. So let us assume the method of, that is, let us prove this by the method of contradiction. So let us take PQ. Let PQ be perpendicular to XY at P. That means at point of contact. So let me draw one perpendicular line which doesn't pass through the center. Let PQ be perpendicular to XY at P, which doesn't pass through O. So this is our assumption. So let us draw a line which is not passing through the center. So let us assume this is a line which is not passing through the center. Okay, we can call this as PQ. The center is here. Let PQ be a line which is not passing through the center, and I assume that it is 90 degree perpendicular. We are assuming that there is a perpendicular at P but not passing through the center. Okay, but if I join this, you know that we already know that. So with the reference to this one, QPY should be equal to 90 degree. So this is, we have assumed here. Okay. Then, but we know that the radius through the point of contact. Radius through the point of contact passes through point of contact is perpendicular to tangent. See, let us draw another line, radius. So you can join this one. So let us take this is the radius and this is perpendicular. So that means OP is the radius. You can write OP is perpendicular to tangent XY. So as per that theorem, OP is the radius drawn through the point of contact. That must be OP must be perpendicular to XY. So therefore, what you can conclude? You can conclude that this angle OPY is 90 degree. Angle OPY must be 90 degree. So okay, we have shown that angle OPY is equal to 90 degree. So look at this is second one. See, we have assumed that QP is perpendicular to XY, angle QPY is equal to 90 degree. But by the theorem, we know that OP is perpendicular to XY. So OPY is also 90 degree. So from 1 and 2, look at this. You can compare 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, so both are equal to 90 degree. What it shows that angle QPY must be equal to angle OPY because both are equal to 90 degree only. As they are equal to 90 degree. QPY and OPY both are equal to 90 degree. Look at this, QPY as well as OPY. They are on the same plane, perpendicular to the same line segment. So this is impossible. So this is impossible unless the line PQ and radius OQ are same. See, this is not at all possible unless these two coincide each other. This PQ and OQ must coincide each other, then only it is possible. See, this is also perpendicular to XY, OP is also perpendicular to XY. So QPY is 90 degree, OPY is 90 degree. It is impossible unless these two coincide with each other. So therefore we can conclude that, so this is not possible as this, our assumption is wrong. Therefore, what is the conclusion you can write here? The perpendicular at point of contact, must pass through the center of the circle. So that means that PQ is perpendicular to XY or OQ is perpendicular to XY. This is what we wanted to prove here. This is the proof. The length of a tangent from a point A at a distance of 5 cm from the center of the circle is 4 cm. Find the radius of circle. Let us draw a circle with the center O. They have given the length of the tangents. From the external point you can draw a tangent now. So you can call this as point P. This is A. The length of the tangent from a point A at the distance of 5 cm from the center. So if you draw this one, this length is given 5 cm. So you can write this is 5 cm. Tangent from a point A, this is A. From a point A, you can take this as P. From point A at a distance of 5 cm from the center of the circle is 4 cm. This is the length of the tangent. This is the length of the tangent, that is 4 cm. And this is the distance of this point from the center. Distance of this point from the center. And the length of the tangent is given 4 cm. Now we need to find out the radius of the circle. You join this one. So this, you know that radius and tangents are always perpendicular. We have to find out the radius R here. So here in the diagram, you can say in diagram, you can write OA square, you can write OA square, Pythagoras theorem. OA square is equal to, this is hypotenuse opposite to the right angle. C is equal to AP square plus OP square. So this is the hypotenuse. Square and hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares on the other two sides. OA square is nothing but 5 square. AP square, it is 4 square plus radius square. So 25 is equal to 16 plus r square. So r square is equal to 25 minus 16. So r square is equal to 9. So r is equal to 3 centimeter. So radius here 3 centimeter. Two concentric circles of radii 5 centimeter or 3 centimeter. Find the length of the chord of a larger circle which touches the smaller circle. So you can draw two circles which are concentric. So let us take the concentric circles, means they should have the same center. So I have drawn two circles with the same center, and find the length of the chord of the larger circle. So let us draw a chord of larger circle which touches the smaller circle. AB is the chord of larger circle and it is a tangent to the smaller circle at a point P. So then you can join this one. It is OP, is the radius of the smaller circle. And if you join OB, it is the radius of the larger circle. And they have given radii 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. The radius of the larger circle, it is 5 centimeter. Radius of the smaller circle is 3 centimeter. So we need to find out the length of the chord. So you know that this is the radius through the point of contact. AB is a tangent. Therefore angle OPB is 90 degree. So therefore let us write OP is the radius and AB is tangent. AB is tangent at P. So therefore we can write angle OPB is equal to 90 degree. Angle OPB is equal to 90 degree. Apply Pythagoras theorem. So here this is 90 degree, means opposite to that one is hypotenuse. OB square is equal to OP square plus PB square. OP square plus PB square. OB square is given 5 square. OP square is given 3 square. Then PB square. So 25 is equal to 9 plus PB square. Or PB square is equal to 25 minus 9. Transfer 9 to the left side. So PB square is equal to 16. So PB must be 4 centimeter. So you got the length of PB. Look at the diagram. This is 4 centimeter. But the question they asked here, you have to find out the length of the chord. Length of the chord. That means you have to find out the length AB. So look at the diagram. AB. See, since if you join this one, OA, these two triangles will be congruent. So if you join this OA, so you look at this OAP must be congruent to OBP. Or otherwise, a perpendicular drawn from the center to a chord always bisects the chord. You can use that property, any property. So you can write AB length will be equal to 2 times PB. Because perpendicular to a chord drawn from the center always bisects the chord. So 2 times 4. So that means 8 centimeter. So therefore AB is equal to 8 centimeter. A quadrilateral ABCD is drawn. ABCD is a quadrilateral drawn to circumscribe a circle. Here is a circle. So we have drawn ABCD, it is circumscribing the circle. Prove that AB plus CD is equal to AD plus BC. So AB plus CD, they are the opposite side, is equal to, show that AD plus BC. So let us go directly to the proof. So in the proof, now look at this. Here B is, you can take start from A. A is an external point. AP and AS becomes the tangents, length of the tangents. AP is a tangent. You can take AB is a tangent at P, AD is also a you can write all AB, BC, CD and DA are tangents. Therefore, look at this. A will be an external point. I can write AP is equal to AS. This is a circle. From the external point, tangents drawn from an external point are equal. By 10.2, by theorem 10.2, I can write AP is equal to AS. Okay. So this is by theorem 10 point, AP is equal to AS. Similarly, BP is equal to BQ. I can write BP is equal to BQ. Then, because B is an external point, tangent drawn from an external point must be equal. Then similarly, CR is equal to CQ. You can write CR is equal to CQ. So CR and CQ. C is an external point. These two tangents must be equal. Similarly, D is an external point. These two will become the tangents, length of the tangents. So I can write DR is equal to DS. DR is equal to DS. So these are all from theorem 10.2. From theorem 10.2, you can write all these things. Tangents drawn from an external point are equal. AP is equal to AS, BP is equal to BQ, CR is equal to CQ, then DR is equal to DS. So this will become external point, tangents equal. This will become external point, tangents equal. Again, D is external point, DR is equal to A is external point, AP is equal to AS. Now take the LHS here. What we wanted to prove here. What is that LHS? AB plus CD. AB plus CD is the LHS. Now AB, look at the diagram. AB can be written as AP plus BP. So I will write here in place of AB, AP plus BP. So this is in place of AB. CD in the same way, I will write it as CR plus DR. So I will write this as CR plus DR by diagram, by looking diagram. You can see the diagram and accordingly you can write this one. AB we have written AP plus BP, CD we have written CR plus DR. Now you substitute these values in this one. Change AP as AS, BP as BQ, CR as CQ, DR as DS. So let me write AP as AS, BP as BQ, CR as CQ and DR as DS. So you can call this as number 1. So and I will write it is from 1. Now rearrange these line segments so that you should get BC and AD. To get BC, you have to combine BQ and CQ. So you have to combine these two, BQ and CQ. You have to combine BQ and CQ to get BC. To get AD, you have to combine AS and DS. So AS and DS, AS and DS. DR is equal to DS. This is DS. So let me combine this first one and last one. AS plus DS. We make this as one group. Then the second one, BQ plus CQ. This is another group. So look at the diagram again now. AS plus DS is nothing but AD. In place of these two, I can write AD. Plus BQ and CQ, you can write it as BC. So BC. So this is the RHS. This is what I wanted. AD plus BC. So once again, listen carefully. So here AP can be written as AS, BP can be written as BQ, CR can be written as CQ, DR can be written as DS. Take LHS, AB plus CD, split AB as AP plus BB, CD as CR plus DR. So then, after splitting, substitute these values. AP as AS, BP as BQ, CR as CQ, DR as DS. Now you are combining AS and DS to get AD, BQ and CQ to get BC. This is what is required. In the figure, XY and X dash Y dash are the two parallel tangents. These two are two parallel tangents. XY is parallel to X dash Y dash. To a circle with the center O. Another tangent AB. Look at this. This is another. We have three tangents here. XY, X dash Y dash. Another one is AB. Tangent at the point of contact C. So the XY is tangent at P. This is P. And this is Q. Point of contact. Here it is C. Okay. The intersecting XY at A. So this AB tangent intersecting XY at A and X dash Y dash at B. You have to prove that angle AOB is 90 degree. So I have to show that this angle is 90 degree. Angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. To prove this, so let us do some construction. What is that construction? You have to join OC. So you need to join OC. So let us join OC. Now after joining OC, look at these triangles. You have two triangles, APO and ACO. In triangle APO and in triangle ACO, both the triangles. Is it possible to prove congruent? You see now. You have AP is equal to AC. AP is equal to AC theorem 10.2. Tangents drawn from an external point are equal. AP is equal to AC. These two are tangents. OP is equal to OC. The radius, both are equal to radius R, and OA is equal to OA, so it's a common side. You can write common side into both the triangle. Okay, so therefore by SSS congruency, I can write triangle APO is congruent to triangle APO congruent to triangle ACO. So once you prove these triangles are congruent, I can write these angles are equal. This angle must be equal to this angle. I can write angle AOP must be equal to angle AOC. So CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangle. So we have written angle AOP is equal to angle AOC. In the same way, we can prove that similarly. So let us not show that again. Similarly, we can prove that angle COB must be equal to angle QOB. Angle QOB. We can prove that these two angles are also equal. See, look at this. We proved these two angles are equal by showing these two triangles congruent. The same way we can prove these two triangles also congruent. Therefore, these two angles also will be equal. So I can write these two angles also equal. So these two angles are also equal. Now you add all these four angles now. Look at the diagram. Angle AOP, angle AOC, angle COB, angle BOQ. If you add all these four angles, what happens you see now? Diagram. So you have to look at the diagram to write this. Angle AOP plus angle AOC. So let us write angle AOP plus angle AOC. Then come back to the diagram once again. Angle COB and QOB. COB and QOB. So you can write COB, angle COB plus angle QOB. COB and QOB. Look at this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle. 1, 2, 3, 4 angles. What will be the sum of these four angles? Can you tell me? AOP, AOC, BOC, BOQ. It must be 180 degree. It must be 180 degree. So therefore, you can write there as 180 degree. All these four angles measures 180 degree. So it must be 180 degree because it is a diameter. So this PQ is a diameter because it is passing through the center of the circle. So it is a straight line now. sum of all these four angles should be equal to 180 degree. Now you can write in place of AOP as AOC only, you have to write. Wherever here AOP is there, you can write AOC. So let us write in place of AOP as AOC. So I'll write here AOC only, angle AOC. Instead of AOP, you can write AOC. Just write this AOC as it is. Now come to this diagram. COB, let us keep as it is. In place of QOB, I will write COB only because these two angles are equal. In place of QOB, let us write COB. So let's write COB as it is, and instead of writing QOB, you can write COB. So both are all are equal to 180 degrees because we have proved that they are equal. So you can write this as 1. So I will write from 1. So this is from 1. So now add this now. 2 times AOC plus 2 times COB is equal to 180 degree. So divide the entire equation, divide by 2. So once you divide by 2, you will get angle AOC plus angle COB, it is equal to 90 degree. The entire equation is divided by 90 degree, see 2. So therefore it becomes 90 degree. AOC plus COB, look at the diagram now. What is AOC plus COB? AOC plus COB is nothing but AOB. So in place of these two, I can write AOB. Angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. This is what we wanted to prove. So we wanted to prove that angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. So we wanted to show that angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. We have shown that